Live.
Yay!
Yay! Move this up in here. Get it hooked up. We'll have to speak up.
We can turn that off.
Oh, we got the washer running. Yeah. Got it on stand now. There we go.
There you go.
Where you at?
Right here.
Alright. Hello, everybody. We're just killing some time here. I got some pork chops on the grill. Waiting on something to save so I can get it uploaded.
Do my hair while nobody says, "Oh, you got one."
Everyone.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello. Who are you? I'm just using the camera for my hair for a moment.
Are you?
Yeah. But there. It's better than nothing. Yeah. I need my hair down.
Oh, waiting.
Where'd you get?
They're gone. From yesterday.
Ah.
I didn't bring both last night. I had to do my egg thing. There's a story when somebody comes on and tell you about.
I wonder why they disappeared.
I don't know. It's okay though. You don't mind.
They're disappearing.
So anyway, got
Where's he going now? Got your hat?
Yeah.
Can you wear this in the house? I don't know.
I keep forgetting I got it. I could have worn it yesterday, but I
I
was at work.
know.
Oh, we went to the thing after work, so
Yeah.
that's when we're home.
What? The Halloween thing?
I got a new video editor called Wondershare.
Oh, you found one?
Yeah,
Mm.
and I like it except for what don't I like about it? It's slow, very slow on saving.
Do you think it's going to work better than the other one?
The other one works fine, but it's like if you got something in MP4, it plays the audio back really fast. You know, it's like, no, it doesn't sound like a damn squirrel.
Do that well.
And if I convert it, I figured I'll convert it to AVI. No, I tried everything, it still does it. So, and I tried a different card, still doesn't. Remember, your phone did that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that one, but that's one we gave $60 for about a year ago.
Yeah. That's for how many years? Forever?
Yeah, it's forever. But so I can still use it. But I got Wondershare, and I'm not promoting them by any means, but I mean it's easy to use. I've used it before, but it just takes so long to save your, or it's called create, you know, whatever you want to call it, produce. It takes so long to do that. It's doing it now. It's probably ready now. But then I got a problem with my PC shutting down. And everybody's thinking it's heat or something like that, which it may be, because the other day it did show it was starting to heat up, so it shut down. But I can hear the, I don't know, it's something weird. I think maybe the motherboard, because I can hear the fan running.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, the vents could be clogged. I don't know. Check. But, and like at night, you put it on sleep, man, that thing will wake up for no reason. But I don't know why. But I got a ghost story too. If anybody shows up, I'll tell a ghost story. Well, it's not really a ghost story, but it's a true story that really happened.
When was this?
Oh, years ago. Yes. It's about my daughter Bear. She was like 9-ish, 8, 9, right in there.
Nobody here.
So, okay, well, it's Sunday. Everybody's kicking back like we're doing.
Ah.
Cooking her dinner. And, well, she didn't kick back. She worked all day around the house. I worked all day on videos. And got one put up from Friday night. So if you guys watch that video, I think it's called a new camera review or whatever. I actually did that Friday night. I did a video last night too, on some eggs, 100-year-old eggs from China.
Yeah.
And I only got like a minute or something of it. For some reason it quit recording. So it's like those cameras, whenever you use because I was using the zoom on the remote control.
Well, you got plenty of
And,
eggs. You can always
but yeah, I'll have to do it again. But it's like whenever you use it, like it'll stop recording. I might have hit the wrong button. I don't know. Stop recording itself. I don't know. But so I got to do that one again. I'm not looking forward to it by any means whatsoever. If I'd known that was going to happen, I would have just drank this other beer last night. I thought I'd have a little beer today. Funny. But she cleaned up the house and everything. Did a good job.
Thank you.
I felt bad because I was watching YouTube on the TV and I fell asleep. She got mad,
Get mad.
flipped my ears.
Did not.
No, she did, and I said, I'm sorry. She's like, it's all right, don't worry about it. Still got to do the truck.
Yeah, you didn't do it. Totally forgot about it.
Did you? I did too until just now.
Wow.
You don't think about it until shit happens. Okay, I'm going to put this
I
on
know.
low. I'll be right back to talk to them. I'm just
Pretty
gonna,
low, too.
Huh?
Brakes are getting
Yeah,
low.
well, it's all. I
Yeah.
gotta flip these.
Well, there's nobody here to talk to. Snickers keeps moving the tripod. Guess they're eating supper if they're in a different part of the state. Oh, there's somebody. Who's the somebody who snuck in? Oh, it's Chris. He went out to check the barbecue. He'll be right back. Chris. Chris
Wait.
Smith is on there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. Get down. Get down. Down. Okay, so I got a joke then.
Got a joke
Wanna hear a
for
joke?
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy, right?
Nice hat.
Thank you. So this guy, he goes, yeah, $10 at a 7-Eleven type thing,
Yeah.
convenience mart or whatever you want to call it, gas station. So this guy, right, he has to stay with his mom because she's getting up there in years. They live on a farm, right? So she's getting up there in years. She's not feeling too good. And he says, Ma, you need to drink more milk. She says, I really don't care for milk that much. You know, he says, it'll make you feel better, Mom. Just try one glass for me, right? So, you know, he's got the container, the milk container. And she says, okay, there's number 2. Hello.
Hello,
Welcome.
number 2.
So, you know, so he goes out to the cow and he gets the milk, fresh milk, and he puts it in the fridge. But before he does, puts a pint of whiskey in there, right? So he gives her a little bit of milk, you know, and she sips a little bit of it, and, you know, okay, all right. She's like, I don't feel better. He's like, give it a few days, Ma. You'll feel much better drinking this fresh milk, I guarantee it.
Tammy Ventures.
Hey, Tammy.
Hello.
So, you know, so the next day, you know, he gives her some more milk and a little bit more, and she drinks a little bit more of it. And the third day, you know, she's drinking a little bit more. Well, by the 5th day, it's like a Friday, right? She just gets the rest of that milk out and just downs it all. And she says, son, I'm feeling so good. I'm glad you talked me into that. She says, but son, whatever you do, don't sell that cow. Don't sell
Where
it.
did you find that one?
That was on a movie called Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, that's a movie. I can't take credit for it.
don't remember Bonnie and Clyde having that in their movie.
It was a joke. Yeah, when the girls was in one car and the guys was in another car, his brother, he was telling his brother this joke
How do you remember that?
because I saw the movie.
When?
I've seen that movie 100 million. I used to have it. I had the movie.
Hmm,
But
that's a good movie. I
yeah,
like
it's a
that
good movie. Faye Dunaway and what was his name? The hell was his name? I forget. It was a good movie. The whole cast was good.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's a good movie.
all right, so let's get on to this spooky story here. Okay. Well, my daughter, she's probably 8 or 9-ish, and
Any more abandoned videos in the future?
yes, as soon as I get time. I'm off next weekend, so we're going to do a couple abandoned places that we know of that are closed, and we're going to do what? Where are we going?
Where we going?
We got to walk to it. Remember?
Well, what are the other two?
There are a couple abandoned places, but the
We're
other one
going
we're
to
going.
a cave.
Yeah, we're going to a cave.
That's supposed to be about 35 minutes away from here that I never heard of until I started researching, playing around on YouTube, and I found it. So there was really 2 caves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to go. We may go to both caves.
I tried to because they're right beside each other.
Kind of, yeah. So they're supposed to be haunted.
Yeah.
But when we get more info, we'll let you know. We'll talk
Really?
about
Where's
it.
your voice box? If you find your voice box, we should take it.
Voice box. It's
Yeah,
right. It's right in here.
No, your little thing.
Ghost box.
Yeah, your ghost
I didn't
box.
bring my ghost box from my house.
I had a little one.
No, those are voice recorders. That's for EVP.
We need one.
My niece had a ghost box, but I asked her last night if she still had it. She said no. I said shit. So anyway,
We need to get one so we could take it down the cable.
my daughter grew up around paranormal investigations. I hate to call myself a ghost hunter because I don't go hunting ghosts. I investigate what's going on and all that stuff. That's another story, but there's a difference there. What I catch that I may think something paranormal is going on, I'll post it, upload it, whatever, and then you come to your own conclusions. But I don't just go to hunt ghosts. But so anyway, she's 8 or 9, right, for the 4th time. She grew up around, and she used to love, going on ghost hunts, and stuff like that. And Bigfoot, she was really into Bigfoot at that time. But I had my ghost box, and this was after her mom and I got divorced and everything. She was at her mom's. It was on a Saturday night. It's getting pretty late. Well, for her, about 11 o'clock. I'm sitting there on YouTube, having a couple beers, playing on the computer, right? And she calls me. She says, "Hey, Daddy." I said, "Hey, what's wrong? You all right?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Can you do me a favor?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "You got your ghost box charged up?" I said, "Yeah, I got new batteries in it. Why?" She said, "I'm going to hang up." And she says, "You turn the ghost box on. And when after you're done with the ghost box," she said, "shut it off and hang up, or shut it off and call me back." I said, "Well, what do you want me to say?" She said, "Nothing. Just hang up, turn your ghost box on, and then call me back in a little bit." I said, "Okay." I said, "I love you." She just hung up. I hung up. So I grabbed the ghost box. It was right beside me, so I turned it on. About 3 minutes, I'm just sitting there, right? And nothing's coming through. All at once, I swear it was her voice said, "Love you, Daddy." And I was like, holy shit. So I shut it off and I called her back. And she said, "Hello?" And I said, "I love you too." And she said, "Yes, it worked," and hung up. So the next day when she come back home, I said, "Hon, whatever you did last night, don't do it no more. I don't want to know anything about it, and let's not ever talk about it again." So I don't know what she did, how she did it, but that was her on that ghost box. And, she was like 20 minutes away from it, at least. Oh, that was freaky. True story. Just as well as I'm saying, true story.
Hmm.
Just say.
Do you watch the ghost shows on TV like Ghost Adventures and Wrath Chasers?
I have seen the Wraith Chasers. They're always building them traps to catch a ghost. They're just, I don't know, something about them I don't care for. Now, Ghost Adventures, yes, I do watch them. I love them. I used to be, for a while, when they first come out, you know, Taps, Ghost Hunters, and just something about it wasn't right, you know, and I started researching them, and everybody said they was fake and stuff, and it was always something weird that I didn't have a good vibe about them, and so they would get a hold of me, Jay and Grant, every once in a while. They would send me a picture or a video clip, and I'd look at them. They'd email them to me, and I'd look at them, and you know, I'd send back. You know, there's too many variables. You know, there's just too many variables there. People's talking, whatnot, and one time Grant had sent me a photo, and I forget where they were. I think it may have been a lighthouse. They sent me a photo. Grant sent me a photo, and with the heading said, "What can you make of this?" So I downloaded, blew it up, searched, and I'm like, yeah, it's to me it looks like a little fog or something, and you know, so I emailed him back. Next day I get an email from him and said, "Did you read the heading? It says, can you make anything of this?" in quotes. So I knew right then. I'm like, no, I'm not cropping. I'm not editing any photo and sending it back to you. No, my name is on there. No. So I deleted them from my email list and everything, and I never watched them ever since. So, but Ghost Adventures, yeah, they're cool. You know, I like them. I think they're down to
The
earth.
host of Wrath Chasers,
Wraith Chasers.
is Chris Smith.
Not the same Chris Smith though. But I just don't. You can't catch a ghost in a trap. I mean, I'm not cutting them down. You know, I watched them. I just watched them here not too long ago. But I think
They
it
have
was
some
on
new
YouTube.
ones now, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah,
They're
but
starting up.
I just I'm not into building ghost traps and stuff. Like I said, I'm not a ghost hunter. You know, I'm an investigator, and I would like to hang out with some of them guys though. They look like fun dudes. Yeah, I'd like to hang out with them. I'd also like to hang out with Ghost Adventures. But the thing about Ghost Adventures now, you got to remember when they first come out and to now, it's like Zach Bagans. He's, you know, I'm not cutting him down by any means because I still love the show. I still love the guys, but he's really into. He's always getting possessed and
I
stuff.
heard ghost hunters have the fake moments. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like Zach Bagans, he's into the kind of like acting now. He's always getting possessed.
Well, they get a little over dramatic.
Me and a friend of mine up in Ohio. It was funny. He come over one night and I recorded on DVR, and one of their episodes we had a beer drinking game. Every time one of them would say dude or bro, we had to take a drink of beer. And every time Aaron would go, because he gets real scared and it's funny shit, we had to drink a double. Man, we was half snort by the time that hour show was done, dude. And I go, bro, no, I mean, bro, check it out. But I love him though. But you know, to each his own. I mean, it is what it is. You know, hearing that phone.
Sound like a car door.
I go check.
I don't think anybody coming here. What do you see?
Oh, somebody walk away from the truck.
Oh yeah?
No,
Makes things
I
up.
will be right back. I have to
He's
go.
making dinner since I cleaned house.
I gotta go flip these real quick. So tell them a ghost story.
I don't have a ghost story. I'm not adventurous like you. I never.
You lived in a haunted hotel for 20 years.
Oh,
Tell
I
them
already told that story.
on your channel.
Oh,
Did you tell them what?
no, I don't think so. Oh, well, I guess I do have one. Anyways, my parents owned a motel in Daytona for 20 years. And we lived in an apartment that was behind the office. So we were always there. We did everything, just the three of us. I don't have any siblings, so my parents made me their maid and stuff. I helped out. So my mother there's a room 5. We had 10 units, one of the smallest motels in Daytona Beach. It was on the beach and it had an in-ground swimming pool. Most all the small ones were across the road. So, because all the big ones have taken over the ocean part. So anyway, so my mom was in room 5 and she would clean sometimes by herself. I had to go to school and stuff. So, she'd be in there alone and she'd do all her cleaning and then she would come back and things would be moved. Like the towels would be on the rack and she knows they were on the rack and they would fall on the ground. Or, she'd have these little, back then they used to have ashtrays and they had the little matches with their names on them and that. And the rooms, and then she'd find the matches somewhere else on the floor, on the carpet or something. So she did one day, she saw a child, I believe it was a boy, and what we found out that the boy had drowned in the swimming pool a long time ago, way before our time. And that it must have liked being there. It never threatened my mother. It just stood there and looked at her and would move things. So we had a haunted child in room 5.
But didn't you find out when your son almost drowned? That was the same day.
Oh no,
Many
that
years
was
later?
a different story.
Oh,
That was a different story.
pretty cool.
Yeah, my son, well, that I could tell him that one. My son, at the same time, he was just 2 days before his 2nd birthday.
Mhm.
And we were, I was married and I had I had a daughter too. So, what the heck's going on?
I don't know.
We keep hearing noises. It must be the TV set back there.
TV.
So she was 4, I would say. Anyway, so my ex-husband and I were staying at my mom and dad's motel because we were living in Jacksonville at the time. And my ex-husband had a roofing job at one of the motels across the road. So we were staying there until I got done and stuff, traveling back and forth. So my ex-husband, he came home for dinner and we ate and everything, and the kids were playing, and my parents had their in-ground swimming pool and they had a fence around it, and then they had a sand box with a swing set and stuff, and they had a fence around that. Well, there was a bunch of kids, and plus my 2 kids were in the sand area. So I had told my mom to take my ex-husband back to his job to finish up. It was summer, so we could, stay late till 9 o'clock at night. So we went back, and my son was at that age where he just irritated you, and he was getting ready to be his terrible twos. So I decided I would just stay a little bit, and I hung out, and he showed me his job and that. So I left him and I come back to the motel, which wasn't very far, maybe a couple blocks down the road. So I get to the motel and I see an ambulance and a fire truck, and I see police cars. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And the next door neighbor's motel, it was small. It was it was a little bit bigger than ours. Anyways, they always have problems, so I was thinking it was theirs. So I parked the car and I noticed that the manager was looking at our motel. And I'm like, oh my God, my kids. I looked at that manager and I said to him, have you seen my kids? He says, no. And I had a gut feeling it was one of my kids. So my parents' house, it was my house. I had 4 parking spaces in the front. And then you had to go up a driveway and it kind of goes up a hill and then flattens out.
Heel?
A hill.
Yeah, go up a
Heel.
heel.
And then you had parking on the side. You had parking on the side. Well, I go running up there to find out
Up a heel.
it was my son. He was on the gurney when I got there.
Yeah.
So what happened was the kids were playing in the sandbox and all the adults were talking. My parents were out there talking and they were watching, and I guess they all, one of them would look to make sure the kids were still in there, and they were. And between the time that one of the guests looked and turned around, that's when my son scooted by him, went through 2 gates. Mind you, he went through 2 gates and went into the pool. My daughter had thrown a sand pail over the fences into the deep end. So he ran by and went into the deep end of the pool to grab the sand pail. The sand pail went. We think he leaned over and he hit the side of the pool and went unconscious, and he was face down in the swimming pool. So my daughter was still playing, but she came running to my mom and she said, "Grandma, Billy's sleeping in the pool." And
That right there is spooky, just
Yeah.
hearing that.
yeah, and remind you, she's only 4. So she said that, and the lady that my mother was talking to, she was a nurse from Tampa, and she brought her kids up in the summertime and stayed there every year. And she heard that, so she goes running. And she scooped him up, and he was blue, so they basically had to bring him back. They did CPR, and between a couple of the guests and her, they traded back and forth. So they brought him back, and his little tummy looked like he was from a foreign country, just loaded with water. So they took him to the hospital. So we get to the hospital, and of course, my father had done a burnout in the swimming pool, which is, you get suntan oil, and you get, kids' urine and stuff. So they do this extra burnout in the pool. So he had done it the night before. So what they were afraid of, the lungs were going to be collapsed from the chemicals in the pool. So he was shipped to Orlando. So as we were standing, I was not allowed to be on the helicopter. So as we were standing there was a nurse with us, and we found out my son drowned at 6 o'clock at night. And they had an emergency that little
Well,
boy,
he survived.
my son, yeah.
Yeah, he survived. He didn't drown. He almost
died,
drowned.
But
So you lost a few before you left.
because of what?
He drowned. You just said he survived. I'm done. I'm out.
Really?
Well,
Anyway, so
he survived.
yes, he's alive and breathing.
But anyway.
Anyway, so what happened is the nurse told me there was a little boy the same age as my son at 6 o'clock in the morning. The parents found him dead in the swimming pool of their house. He had crawled through the window and got into the swimming pool, and when they woke up, he was gone. So it was like 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. It was kind of like a life for a life. And it went in the news that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the news, the newspaper, because it was a motel and stuff. But he's fine now.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Well, when he drowned, when you're drowned, that means
know.
but I mean, you gotta clarify that, because then people will think you're lying.
No, not lying.
No, I know you're not, but some people could think that. They'll go, wait a minute.
No.
How did he drown if he's still alive? He didn't drown. He did though. He
He was blue.
they were punching his ticket,
Yeah.
but he made it.
He's lucky, very lucky
Very
boy.
lucky. Yeah, he's what, 20,
He's 26.
26 now.
Yeah, 26. Hard to believe. Time flies.
But hats off to the other child, you know.
Yeah. And they made a park, the fireman made a park with his name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other boy, not my son.
Yeah, the other.
The one that died, yeah. So that was pretty cool, I thought.
I have one uploading right now.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
cool.
For Nancy. Nancy Jones, you guys may know of her or follow her about her trains and stuff. If not, check her out, Nancy Jones. She's got a good channel. She had bought a steam train and it wasn't working, didn't work and stuff. And I guess the hobby shop said the motor might be bad, but I do know those little trains, it's an N scale, so it's a little. They do have brushes in them, so it could be brushes or something is what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna check it out for her. I just uploaded that and unboxing. So that's, that's what's gonna be on right now. So maybe that's why they laughed. I said, other person, oh, Chipper's got one for them. So I'm uploading while I'm doing this. So, but anyway, there's our new camera. Thing badass. Night vision. 4K, guys. You see 4K. Yep. Cool. We had this Hachimo for a while. We just got this light here, what, a month or two ago. This light we've had for a while. These are rechargeable. This is my old, our old wireless mics, and we did get a new wireless mic set, which that's one I just uploaded earlier. So still got to get used to them mics. But anyway, that's cool because, I mean, like yesterday we used this. That'll be another upcoming video. We used this at the pumpkin patch. You can just unplug it, take that off, and there you go. When you don't need all this. Sometimes I just leave it on because it looks cool and people think, ooh, that guy's someone important. I'm not. But they'll go home and go, I wonder who that guy was. Maybe get cards made up. YouTube.com/, what is it? YouTube.com/Shaver or something like that. Yeah. That way you just type that in and go straight to it. That way you don't have to go looking for it. You know what I mean? I think it's YouTube.com/Shaver1000. It's my own domain. When you get that after a while, you'll be able to get yours and go straight to it. Like YouTube.com/1000. That'd be awesome.
One day.
Yeah, one day. Work at it,
Every day is a different day.
Yeah. So who's still with us? What's going on? Anything happening? Just kind of waiting on the meet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gonna maybe next weekend I have to talk to the boss first. But my old phone, still works. Just the screen was, buggered up on it, so it was smashed. But it still worked fine. But I can get on there. I can still get online, and if you can get online, you can get those that free phone call stuff, non-traceable numbers. And we lost them all. But anyway, those of you that might join in, I was thinking about doing a live feed where you guys can call in and talk to us. I think.
Yeah.
Put it on speaker.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Alright, so we lost everybody.
I think we'll be eating and getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Monday.
But if anybody watches this after 34 minutes, and we'll give you the number. When we go live, we'll give you the number and you can call and talk to us. And maybe we'll do like a ghost story time. Somebody we're subscribed to, Carpetbagger, he did it for a while and it was pretty much a success. But we could have a fire.
Mhm.
It's up to you. I mean, don't
Yeah,
look so
I
excited.
know. I've been wanting a fire. I wanted one this week, and that didn't work out.
I don't know. I mean, I had to work, and by the time we did our thing and come home messing around with videos and stuff,
You're tired.
it's just
You're done. And I think it's spring rain too a little bit yesterday.
yeah.
So
So anywho,
we've been getting so much rain, we haven't been able to enjoy the backyard at all this summer.
but yeah, that would be cool
Yeah.
to actually, put a voice with the face,
There you go.
the name and stuff. All right. Well, we're gonna sign off. Everybody left us. You sad?
Yeah.
They didn't say bye.
No? They
Maybe it's
just
because I was
disappeared.
kind of cutting out rate chase. I didn't mean coming out. I'm just not, sure that ain't the same dude.
It might be. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Wow.
Well, I mean, take some constructive criticism, If that's the same dude, he can say, well, your channel needs this and that. And I'll go, okay, cool, I'll look into that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was good talking to whoever was on here. Thanks for joining us.
Guess they want us to do some flooded stuff.
How you know?
Well, he asked you if you want to do some flooded stuff. Oh, hope that
Well, I don't know who it was. It wasn't
we
me.
were in the cave, we could do that. We'd really like that. Oh, somebody back.
Somebody's back.
Yay.
Welcome. Or welcome back.
Welcome back. In the show.
Welcome back, Carter.
Yeah, welcome back, Carter. That was a good show.
Anyway, hello.
Hello.
Glad
Maybe
you
they're
joined
being
us.
booted off or something. You know how sometimes you get that.
No, maybe they just said, blah, blah, blah. I'm off of there.
You think?
I don't know.
Maybe they didn't like your hat.
Maybe not.
I like your hat. It's
I
so
like
cute.
mine too.
You look cute in your hat.
Maybe though, they see.
I gotta
my
get your pair of
published
shorts to go with the hat. They have them.
video. No, I'm not wearing shorts. I don't wear
Yeah.
shorts. I do not.
Plaid shorts. For shaver. Wouldn't that be cute?
Okay, so I make a trip out to Los Angeles, California, right? Gangs out there and stuff. I didn't know what to wear because I thought if I wear red, one gang would beat me up. If I wore blue, another gang would beat me up. So I thought I'd get smart and wear plaid. 2 golfers beat the shit out of me and stole my money.
You just made that up.
Cricket noise. Cheep, cheep. Come on, that was good.
It was. That was cute. Gets him off the top of his head. I could never do that. Never do that. That was fun.
But yeah, you want to do the call-in thing next weekend?
Yeah, if you got time.
Well, we'll have time. I mean, we're not going to be out videotaping this time of night.
No.
And it's still kind of early, so we could have a fire, give them the number, and they can call in. And
Yeah.
I wish we could live feed from a camera. It'd be nice.
It doesn't. It needs to be a smart camera instead, like a smart
Smart
TV.
camera. No, you got to get a thing for it to make it.
Well, can't you mirror it like you did earlier?
No, that's just to record onto the phone. But
Oh.
see, these two, when you go Wi-Fi, these two are talking, so you're not online. So, I mean, if that was the case, you just do it off of that. But
Yeah, that'd be cool.
you got to get a little thing. It's like $200 and some bucks.
What?
You plug your camera into it, and it makes it do what this can do.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $200. We're gonna get one sometime. That way we can use a camera
Mhm.
instead of a phone.
That's kind of cool. They have that.
Well, they've had it for many years. How do you think news crews do it? They're not using their phone and the big
It's
cameras.
a big van with a bunch of cameras in the van and a big wire and.
Yeah, so that's what this little box does for these little cameras. You can do live like that. You can live stream.
That's cool. I think your water's boiling.
It's not boiling yet. I just got it getting ready.
Getting ready.
As long as we got some people watching, maybe a little bit, I do need to turn in, but I turned them down. Huh?
It's okay.
Did you just say dumb? Did you?
No,
Did she just say dumb?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's see.
I don't mean nothing.
Oh geez.
Don't dry my out.
Oh snake.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, see? See?
Really?
Karma sucks.
Now my pork chips are gonna be dry.
They're not. I had turned them down and I basted.
Okay. With the door open so the snake can come in? Yeah, you said that before. We have snakes in our backyard. Not good. I haven't seen any for a while, but I haven't been back there. Maybe they drowned from all the rain. That'd be good. We have a couple of them. So, I got wood soaked here. I put mothballs out. Kind of helps, but I don't put them out enough. I have to do it again. Bruno won't go in the backyard at night. He don't like the backyard
He
at
won't
night.
go in the backyard at daytime either.
No.
He'll
he
get
don't
right
like
out to the front
backyard.
door for you.
If we're back there, that's different. But
Yeah, he'll come out.
we put him back there.
But to put him outside and let him do his business, he would not go. We had to fight him and actually coax him out or pick him up, put him outside, and he tried to run in.
Yeah.
Front door though, goes right. He goes running. He's happy to be out there.
Yeah.
He likes to watch traffic and stuff too. But something happened when he was little while back. Remember when he ran around the house
Yeah.
and it started yipping?
Yeah.
So I don't know if he got stung, but we couldn't find a bite, so he didn't get snake bit. But there are armadillos out there, and of course raccoons. Something scared him out back, so I
I haven't seen any armadillos this year.
I haven't seen any since what? How many was there? Was there 8 or 4?
There was
Four.
4. It was a
Yeah,
family.
4 of them. They were the babies. Burning stuff. They were the babies out
Yeah.
out front.
Yeah.
But you know they do grow up and move
Good
on.
old way.
And then you know we do have coyotes. It's not far up the road, about a mile probably.
What, coyotes eat
Yeah.
them?
The armadillos?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. We lost him.
Oh. well.
All right, well, guys, thanks for watching. Whoever showed up, appreciate it.
Yep.
Everybody have a great week coming up, and you know, try to stay tuned for my videos. I get them up as I can. Now it's taking a lot longer because I got to use that other editor. So
Well, maybe find another one.
another what?
Editor.
I just
Better.
paid $30 for this one.
You bought that?
Yeah, it's a good editor. It just takes a long time. Yeah, I bought it. $30
Now you got 2.
for a year. No, I've got like 5 editors, and each one works on a different thing.
Yeah, but we bought that other one.
With that other one was $60. We bought it at Best Buy a year ago.
Well, maybe it's
That
in
was that's from
Do they have a newer
that's
one now?
Power Director. Yeah, they haven't. You can upgrade to 16.
That's probably why it's acting the way it is. We need to upgrade it.
I need to call them first and go, hey, you know, it says you know, one of your, because see, some don't accept certain formats, but that one's supposed to accept AVI, MP4, which that's what this camera does, is an MP4, and you know, it's supposed to be compatible. Well, why is it going, but the
Hey, you did that
videos
well.
on smooth.
Do
Anyway.
it again, babe. That was funny. Your head moved real fast.
Maybe this one's not. Anyway. Alright, so. Alright, we
That was funny.
I gotta get her chops off and knock her block off, her chops off. You don't have to hold your face through it.
Oh, that's funny.
And, I'm gonna make some macaroni and cheese from Canada. I'm gonna
They
try.
don't call it macaroni and cheese. Look at
Oh, I know what they call it, macaroni and cheese, eh?
Yeah.
I forgot the A. It's macaroni and cheese, eh?
Macaroni and cheese.
Say it a little bit, eh?
You funny bunny.
She gonna kick me out of the house. Yeah, what's it say?
KD, craft dinner.
So it's Kraft. We got Kraft here. I'm glad I didn't do a video on
But
this.
this is special because it was made in Canada.
It's made by Kraft.
Well, Kraft makes different things from different
That's
places.
like, well, I got a Chevy, yeah, but I got one in Canada. It's Chevy. That's Kraft. It gets shipped there.
No, not all of them.
You have it got shipped there, and then it got shipped back. Now I'm just gonna eat some Kraft macaroni and cheese original.
The real stuff.
Well,
It's the one with the little packet of powder in it. They mix it all in.
they're all like that.
No, they're not. I buy the one that's already done.
Oh, yeah.
See?
She's talking about
Kraft Heinz, Canada, Toronto, Ontario. I was born there. Pretty cool. But that's going to probably change because Heinz has come back to the United States from Canada. A bunch
wonder
of
why.
Canadian jobs have been lost. And so a lot of Canadians are not happy.
Yeah, well.
So maybe.
Imagine how many
Come back
Americans
here,
would have
too.
been happy if Hillary got elected into office and
It's
sent
not
all
gonna-
the
Oh, Chris Smith is back.
Christmas back.
I heard ghost hunters have the fake moments.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to say.
Who's that?
That's on,
Facebook.
that's Messenger, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea. Anyway, like anything, it's hard to say if it's real or if it's fake. It's like I've been accused of faking my videos. I'm like, why? And people's like, well, because you don't do a whole show. You just show the stuff you caught. And I'm like, because you get bored of sitting there listening to somebody ask some questions on a damn, doing what they call, let's go do some EVPs. That's number one. You don't do EVPs. You do an EVP session to see if you get an EVP. That right there is a telltale. Let's go do some EVPs. So,
Camera just changed.
yeah,
color.
it changed. But, what it is, what got me is when Grant, well, I told you that, but then I got to research more, was like when Grant, they're walking through this thing and all at once, the back of his hoodie lifts up. But if you watch his arm, it's on YouTube and somebody explained it really well and went into detail and slow-moed it and showed you that, like, every time he got pulled back, right before he got pulled back, his arm went like this. At the same time, his coat comes up. And then they come and check him, and they pull his coat back down, which I think is resetting the thread that went up into his coat. And first of all, I know I've been grabbed in a haunted house before, and I didn't just go, whoa, what was that? I'm screaming like a bitch, getting the fuck out of there for a minute. And I'll tell you the truth, yeah, I was scared.
You lost them.
I said, I'm done. But, yeah, I will. But, yeah, so I'm like, maybe it's, I don't know. It could,
That's really him.
I don't know. It could all be fake. But I know what's not fake is mine. And I don't say, I killed a goat. Could it be? Yeah, it could be. Be something else? Yeah, it could be. But I'll tell you, what was going on then and everything, then you make your own conclusion from that, But what I catch is what I catch, and that's what I put up. I bet you I had 20 hours of stuff I could have posted, but it was just too many variables, EVPs and stuff like that I caught. But when somebody's talking, you really can't, it could have been somebody outside. I just threw it out. I didn't, I'm like, no, it's just too hard to say that it is paranormal. So, all right. So anyway, Chris, Tammy, thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna get off here.
Yay, hungry.
Yay, hungry.
I work hard. I'm hungry, baby.
You worked hard, twin.
I work part-time with me,
Yeah, you did. Yeah. And I'll go work part-time tomorrow. I work. I know. Air conditioner truck.
I love you, though.
I'm breaking hands and stuff.
You won't go get an X-ray. I think it's broken or
I think it is
fraction.
fractured, but
Yeah.
fraction?
Fracture.
You said fraction. I heard it. I can
I
roll this
did
back.
not say fraction.
Anyway, that's just a little cut from it, but my whole hand was swollen for like 2 days.
It's
It's
come
still,
down, but
yeah, it's come down. It's still
still.
swollen more, and it hurts like a son of a gun.
unless it's just really bruised. But I got a feeling it's a hairline fracture. And you won't go to the doctors.
I can't. I gotta work. I can't. If I miss work, ask her, man. I'm really sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. If I say, man, or I'm really tired, I'm just like, I'm burnt. I'm burnt out.
Not enough.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all soon. Let us know in the comments below about the phone call thing, the call-in deal, and we'll go from there. How's that?
Fine.
Fine?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and set it up. We'll go ahead and just do that. And whoever's watching at the time will know the number. I mean, how's that? Let's just go ahead and do it.
I don't know how to do it.
All right, let me go ahead and do that. You'll be there, right?
I hope so.
We'll have a fire, maybe a couple drinks, and we'll listen to y'all's stories too. How's that sound? All right, guys, thanks for watching. We gotta go. See you later. Shade Bear, the myth, the man, legend. I'm gone.
Peace out.
And monkeys out. All right, bye-bye, guys.